And a good day, all of you. Jean Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition today. Trader Jose imported premium lager. Or first time I did a Trader Jose, I was kept calling it Trader Joe's lager. It was Trader Jose, but the E before the E, the S before the E. In any event, 5% ABV. Untapped does not give it a real good score, 2.82 out of 5. Beer Advocate gives it a 65 score, so they're not too thrilled about this beer. So I did the Trader Jose, as I just mentioned, the Trader Jose Dark. Of course, Trader Joe's Trader Jose Dark. Of course, sold exclusively at Trader Joe's. No such thing as Trader Joe's Brewing Company. It is a myth, people. It's a dummy name, silly name. But it's actually brewed exclusively at JosephBrau Brewing Company. JosephBrau pretty much is well known doing contract beers for big companies, big breweries, but also do beers sold exclusively to certain stores such as Trader Joe's. So, of course, Trader Joe's is a German company, some affiliation with Lidl and Aldi, something with the family, but I digress. I'm not getting into all the ownership, but I know they're all entwined together. So, see what the beer looks like. It's like your standard lager, very clear, very little head up top. Ain't too bad. So, it says imported from Mexico. I'm sure, and I remember, which is I think kind of true, that I mentioned that these beers, that I'm sure these beers are sold in Mexico and in other places, but they'll have another name or have another name in front of it. And then when they come over here, overseas, you know, here to America or Canada, whatever, change the logo or the label and put another label on it. But this beer might be sold in Mexico under another name, or whatever. Or this beer may be sold in Germany under another name, or sold in Canada under another name, or sold this here and there. All these different factions, you know. So, and obviously you can look at the packaging and label, and you can know who they're trying. You know, they can't fool anyone, but I guess they're trying to make it look like Corona, whatever. A lot of these beers, if you go to Aldi, same thing. You know, you look at the Hofbrau, which is something that looks like, or Brennan's, looks similar to the Beck's. The labeling and packaging looks very similar to Beck's or Heineken. But, you know, they will put another name on it. Make think that you're drinking a good quality product, you know. Looks the same like one of the companies, but the big boys that we know of, but it's not. So, anyway, enough yapping, let's talk. Has the typical scent of a lager, of an imported lager from Mexico. There's a sort of skunkiness sort of smell to this. 5%, and why not? Let's have it. A little grass note to this, a little lemony, citrusy for sure. Let me say this, and you probably see my videos already, guys. I just don't do no lemons. I don't put no lemons in my beer at all. I think it kind of takes away from it. I know people love to do that with Corona and a few other imported Mexican beers, Corona, Corona Light, Modelo Especial, or even some of the ones brewed by Heineken International or Heineken Mexico, like Tecate and Sol and Carta Blanca and whatnot, but or the seconds, but some of them just really don't really need it, in my personal opinion. I think the beer is just fine as is, but that's just me, my view. Nice, decent. The beer goes for I think $5.99 at Trader Joe's. Some places $6.99. Obviously, prices have gone up, as you well know. I'm sure you've been to the stores and you probably been seeing what's been going on when it comes to vices and likes like beer and cigarettes, cigars. Well, this black and mild kind of stayed the same price, so thank you, 89 cents. So gotta finish this off later. But I digress. It's nice, it's good, it's decent. I mean, it's just gonna make I mean, I'm sure people who will look at this and I know they'll buy it. If they go to Trader Joe's or any of these stores and say, oh, we'll consider this as a bargain. I mean, some of the Trader Joe's beers overall, I would say from top to bottom, I give them a good, I would say, I'll give them a good solid B score, all of them, for everything that they sell there. From this one, I haven't had the light yet, the Trader Jose light. I've had the dark. I've had their the Hefeweizen from JosephBrau. I've had the all the Bosun beers, their chocolate stout, their IPA, the heavy lift vessel, which is very good. The double IPA is actually good. So, there's the Orange Bloom, which I haven't seen a lot of recently. I don't know what's going on. That was pretty much prominent there when I go. Then there's the that you got the Peters brand with this German Dutch lager. They sell there, and of course they got a lot of local stuff that they which most of these stores do. They, particularly the Trader Joe's of the world, the Aldi's and the Lidl's, the locals they don't really do put a lot of the local stuff. They got all of their exclusive brands sold through their respective stores. But one thing with Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, another store, and Fresh Market too. Make sure that they have, or we have our own exclusive stuff but we also promoting the local brands, because without the local stuff, we wouldn't, and they do. You go to Whole Foods, make sure they have all the local beers, whether in your Pacific state and town, and a lot of the local stuff here, brewed from Gate City to Terrapin to this brewery to Pontoon, this and that, Sweetwater, all of it, you name it, all of their brewers. Local stuff is definitely right next to some of their exclusive brands. So, so about getting back to the Trader Joe beers, I would say a solid B. I say B minus, but just a B overall. Some of their beers, they're not the best thing, but they're decent enough out of their stable. The Stockyard, also stout that they do, that's also pretty good. So obviously, again, as I mentioned, you get to look at this and think, okay, they're trying to be like Corona, packaging, labeling. I mean, it's a refreshing beer. I wouldn't say it's better than Corona, better than Dos Equis or any other Mexican beers brewed in Mexico. But it couldn't hold itself. I think just the sort of maybe skunkiness, I guess, to it. I guess it was in a clear bottle, But obviously food pairings, obviously, enchiladas, tacos, things like that would go well with this. So, but I just say this is an okay lager, not great. And it's flavorful. There's sort of a little grass note to it. There's this a slight hop feel, taste in mouth with this. It's okay. It ain't great. So I won't go poor, but I'll just say good enough. So about a good C plus for this one. Corona has nothing to fear. Or the other Mexican beers have nothing to fear with this one. I think it's good for the price. versus buying a Corona 6-pack. You can get this at Trader Joe's if you're cautious about the budget. You know, it's what it is. So I say C plus for this one. I think this is decent. So 7 C plus. So 7.8, 7.7 C plus for the Trader Jose premium lager. It ain't Corona, but it'll hold you, and for the price, you won't. You know, it won't. Your wallet will say, "All right, we'll give this a pass." So, I was also mentioned also the simpler times beers are. The lager's a very unique one. I like the Pilsner, but the lager's a very unique beer. Strange probably, but 6.2%. You get what you can get for this during this time of year, during this crazy world we live in, where everybody's cautious about their pocketbook. But anyway, yeah, 7.7 C plus for the Trader Jose. Trader Joe's, Trader Jose, premium lager. Check it out. You may like it. John Anderson, Pierre the Beverage Rambleton. Keep on watching. As always, cheers. Live, laugh, and love. Trader Jose, premium lager. Jose.